Okay. Speed and rage, how they're tied together. Never thought of this. You say somewhere, when speed is king, anyone or anything that gets in our way, that slows us down, becomes the enemy. Thanks to speed, we are living in the age of rage. That is so true in both. What if we're all angry in our working lives because we're not starting from the right place? If we're starting from this place that anything that gets in our way of doing things fast is an enemy, then we're already behind the eight ball. And the same is true at home as well. Talk to us about the speed and its relationship to rage.
I think that the two are there's an intimate bond between speed and rage, between hurry and rage. I mean, even just thinking of being in a rush feels, I just hearing you describe that, I felt, we set ourselves up in this matrix where if anything presents any kind of slowness, we just go off on one, right? So I was getting on the bus here in London last week, and there was a queue of 4 people. The bus was a little late because of the winter weather and so on. And when it arrived, the person at the back was going to have to wait all of 10 seconds, just forced her way through to the front. It was a kind of altercation. And people were on a hair trigger. Everyone got angry. I felt myself getting angry, even though I'm, wander around the world telling everyone how wonderful it is to slow down and keep your head, while all those around you are losing theirs. I began to feel a bit sort of enervated. And I think that I don't think we can blame all of our modern rage on speed. There are other reasons that we feel alienated from each other and ourselves, but I think speed's a big part of it, right? Because speed separates us, it destroys relationships, it isolates us, and so we're lonely. Speed means that we end up racing through our lives instead of living them. We're scratching the surface, or we're surrounded by so much bounty, so much affluence, so much promise of being our best version of ourselves and so on, that because we're stuck in fast forward and roadrunner mode, we never actually get there. So there's this constant gap between the expectations the society is constantly hurling at us and what we'll ever achieve when we're running around all the time like a headless chicken. And that gap is where a lot of that rage festers, right? Because we just feel like the promise is there and we're not getting it. We're not getting what is our due. And so what do? We get angry. We get peed off at people.
I think it's Seth Godin who says rage and fear are contagious. And he has a nice little rap about how that works in groups, not unlike what you just described. Here you are, this guy who, is living a life that's pretty calm, but you get on the bus with a whole bunch of people and they're all full of angst, and you go there.
Well, we are social animals, as everyone says, and everyone knows, right? Yeah. And that means that we almost vibrate on the same wavelength. So if someone in the group is infected by either rage or fear or hurry, right? Because that's the other thing. We see this especially in the workplace, that you can arrive at the office full of the calm of the Dalai Lama. You arrive with the best intentions to approach every moment of the workday intentionally and mindfully. And then all it takes is someone to come in, all flustered and angry and shouting about a deadline. And suddenly you're infected by the same virus of hurry, and it just courses through the whole company. So we are, it's cool. I mean, that's the downside of being social animals, right? We fall into the same trap as the people around us.